What's up, YouTube? Welcome back for another NFL Pick'ems video. It's your boy Matt, it's your boy Dan. We still here.
Over here.
Yep. Week 7, some wraps. We're on to week 8. Week 7, a little recap. Your boy finished 10-5, and just taking a look at the overall group. Dan, he finished 8, and that would be 7. 8-7. Overall, Dan's sitting at 66-41. I'm sitting at 61-46. And then
I'm choking it away.
slowly but surely, but your boy is right on track. Andrew and Rhett are irrelevant. They missed a week, so they're down there in the bottom, sitting at 57. So,
see ya.
yeah, it's kind of sad. They missed a week, and they're only behind me by 4. So,
Yeah. That's how it works, though. That's why you should never bet
never bet.
money on sports.
Never let Rhett add a leg to your parlay. That's what I've learned.
Oh, man. So let me paint a scenario, a beautiful scenario. It's Sunday morning. Matt texts the group chat. Let's all make a parlay. And I said, great. Give me James Cook anytime touchdown. Matt said, give me the money line on the Lions. Yep. Like this parlay is looking good, right? Like I thought it was gonna hit. You thought it was gonna hit. And then Rhett, Jamie. Oh, he doesn't want us to say his last name, so I'll just do first.
Make up the last name for him.
Rhett, Jamie, Bobrovsky. Says, give me an Austin Eckler anytime touchdown. I didn't even know that Austin Eckler still played. I thought he was in the retirement home. He's like 53 years old. What are we doing here?
Out of all players.
So that one didn't hit. That one didn't hit.
Out of all players, he chose a backup running back.
Anyway, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
You know?
So just to recap a little bit of last week, Broncos beat the Saints 33-10. Big win for the Broncos. Saints on a downhill slide as their team is pretty banged up. Jags finally got another win against the Patriots. They look pretty good there. Drake May actually played pretty solid. Packers beat the Texans in a really close game. Seattle blew out the Falcons. Did not see that coming.
Big time.
Yeah, did not see that coming.
No.
The Lions got it done, and I gotta stop picking the Giants, man. I don't know why I keep doing it.
I know. I appreciate it, and it like gives me hope that someone else still believes in us. But yeah, stop.
28-3. I thought it was gonna be closer than that, but oh well. We'll get to the Browns, and then you can do your little red then, but we'll get there. Dolphins, we're gonna have a healthy tour this week, and we'll get to there. Other than that, Chiefs beat the Niners. Ravens blew out the Bucks, and yeah, you want to wrap up anything from last week, or you want to go straight this week?
Well, you talked about Drake May, and I mean, hate to see it as somebody who like roots for the Dolphins, but Drake May looks so solid. His second career start, and I hate to say it, but Drake May looks good. But at the same time, it's kind of nice to see another young quarterback coming into the league and doing well. I say it every time I talk about Drake May that I wish so much that like his old tweets resurfaced right before the draft so that he could like fall in the draft order and be drafted by the Giants.
You should have been searching.
But I know I should have just made up something.
Photoshop.
I should have taken one of my tweets and just put his name on it.
NFL Centel, breaking news.
Anyway, breaking news: Drake May racist.
Hey, at least you can get Shedeur this year. Shedeur.
Yeah, Shedeur this year, or hear me out. We hold out for Arch Manning.
That's what I think you guys should do, personally.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah.
All right. Well, with all of that being said, on to week 8. First game, Thursday Night Football. You got the Vikings at the Rams. What are you doing?
8.
Oh.
But my finger is weird.
All right.
Yeah.
Week 8, we got the Vikings.
Rams.
Thursday Night Football. Vikings finally took the first L against the Lions. No shame there at all. It was pretty competitive. They were competing with the Lions. That's a good sign. The Rams, they're pretty baked up as well. They don't have Puka or Cup, but they do have Stafford and they do have Kyron, so they got somewhat of an offense there. They had enough of an offense to beat the Raiders. Vikings, I think their defense is going to be overwhelming for Matthew Stafford and the Rams. Their defense has been playing pretty good this season, and I don't think the Rams' defense is something to be scared about. So I think Sam Darnold will be fine there. So give me the Vikings on the road.
Guys, this is not a hard game to pick. No shade or anything to the LA Rams, but their season is not turning out in any way, shape, or form how they had hoped or envisioned.
Yeah.
So I was really excited for last week's game against the Lions that the Vikings played. Because in my head, the logical part of me was like, the Vikings cannot be this good. But they hung in the game with the Detroit Lions, who are arguably, one of the contenders for the Super Bowl, if not a favorite. So I am a believer in the Vikings. That being said, this is not going to be a hard game for them. I may have just jinxed them. I have absolutely no idea. But their defense is too good. Sam Darnold is having a Baker Mayfield resurgence and his revival in his career, which is always good to see. It's always good to see somebody who sucked on the Jets to go to a different team and do well. So now all we need is Zach Milson to
turn it up on the Giants.
Oh yeah. If he got traded to the Giants, I'd be cool with that.
Zach Wilson?
Only if he brings his mom.
Doesn't he play on the Giants?
Zach Wilson?
No, that's Drew Lock. That's Drew Lock.
Yeah, the different failed Broncos quarterback.
Yeah, they got so much. I don't even know. I mean, ironically, he's at the Broncos, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the line. Vegas has the line close. So I think the Vikings are on the favorite.
I don't know how, though. I don't know.
I don't know. I think they think Matthew Stafford might cook up the Vikings defense. We'll see. It hasn't happened too often, so wouldn't count on that. Anyways, Next game, you got the Ravens and the Browns, and the Browns at home and lost their starting quarterback. He that shall not be named, but will be named anyways. The Ravens, they look unstoppable. They got Lamar, Derrick Henry. I mean, you got to pick one. You stop one, you can't stop the other. I don't know. The Browns, they got a solid defense that hasn't been too solid this year. Really underwhelming season. Maybe their offense will get life with a new quarterback. We'll see. I mean, not too many weapons there. They traded away Amari Cooper. Nick Chubb is back, so that's something to keep an eye on. But come on. It's the Ravens all day. Give me the Ravens. Oh, boy. Here it comes.
This is a video about picking NFL teams, not, spewing my opinion about somebody who likes to whip out his wiener and show it to females who don't want to see said wiener.
You know, that's
you
where
mentioned
your Achilles are.
Bro, when you sent that killed me, bro. But funny thing about my Achilles, it's located on my cock. Anyway, that's gonna get bleeped out, I hope.
Nah, it's gonna be
But no, I know in a video it may or may not have been last week. I just feel the need to address this. It was last week. And I made a joke about Deshaun Watson getting a season-ending injury, and when I saw it on TV,
look what you did.
I kind of felt partly responsible.
Oh, you should be solely responsible.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of like, hey, if you could get in a time machine and kill baby Hitler, would you do it? And everybody's like, huh, maybe. But I think that I did more harm because how many massages was Deshaun Watson getting prior? So his rehab is full of massages.
You put a lot of people in danger.
I hope they send him. I apologize to everybody's mother who works for the Cleveland Browns organization, who is forced to help Deshaun Watson with his
You should be
rehab.
apologizing to
Did you-
Massage Envy right now.
Bro, you know the video? It's the Giants linebacker. I forgot his name, but he's getting like lotion put on his leg
Darnay
mid-game.
Holmes.
Yes, and it just looks like he's getting.
Yeah.
And it was like, live look at Deshaun Watson's
Rehabilitation.
rehab.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I just want to apologize to everybody who is going to have to see Deshaun Watson's wiener because of the joke that I made last week. But at the same time, you're welcome, Cleveland. I gave you Jameis Winston. You have the coolest quarterback in the NFL starting for your
Upgrades,
team now. Like,
upgrades.
not a single upgrades, exactly. Not a single person in the whole entire NFL can legitimately say, I don't like Jameis Winston. You know, college Jameis Winston, yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Crab legs.
But
Yep.
now Jameis Winston, good guy. All that being said, the Ravens are absolutely insane. They lost to the Chiefs. They should not have lost that game. Who was their second loss of the season to?
I don't know. Let me look that one up.
Yeah, because I know it was a game that they shouldn't have lost either. Because I remember we were doing a pick'ems and we were like,
Raiders.
the Ravens being, yes,
What the heck?
exactly.
Week 2
But
activities.
this Ravens team looks like a clear, like I would pick them for the Super Bowl and have no regrets, no ifs, ands, or buts. So they're playing out of their mind, and give me the Ravens.
All right. Moving on. Next game. And also, next week, you were telling your predictions to a genie. That's what happened. And it happened.
That's true.
So, this week, or next game, we got Tennessee at Detroit. Detroit Lions are at home. Tennessee are on the road. We started Mason Rudolph. Had some success in the first half against the Bills, but then it just kind of tailed off in the second half. Bills took over. 0% chance I pick the Titans here. Give me the Lions at home. They're at home. They got the better offense. Titans are still trying to figure things out offensively and defensively. So, will they figure it out against the Lions? Probably not. Give me the Lions.
Well, if you pick the money line on the Titans, I think that might be the biggest spread of the week.
Yep.
So, if
Well,
you're into losing money, which I am, yeah, bro. This Detroit's gonna steamroll the Titans. Detroit has an actual team, and it was good to see their defense last week. Detroit's defense filling the gap that Hutchinson was in. I was kind of worried about what their defense would look like without him on the line, but it seems like they have good depth, have good schemes, and they're able to compensate for him not being out there anymore.
Yep.
So give me the Lions at home for this one.
If you want to stop losing bets, just bet on the minus 750 Lions. Free money.
and make nothing.
Profits. Anyways, next game. We got Cardinals at Miami. Miami finally got Tua back. Interestingly enough, Tua does not want to wear his gardening cap. At the beginning of that segment, I started to sound like Tua, but yeah, he doesn't want to wear the gardening cap. Personal reasons. Interesting choice there.
Personal.
Yeah, personal choice. But I'm wishing him the best. I will not take Tua slander. We're at home. He's pretty much our offense, and our offense crapped the bed once he was gone. So I feel like this could be a start of a Dolphins turnaround to their season. They're only 2-4, not the worst start, but still pretty bad. Cardinals are going to be a test though, because our defense has also been struggling, and Kyler Murray is a dynamic quarterback. But the Chargers were able to hold him to, I think it was 16 points on Monday, or was it 17? It might have been 17.
I think it was 17.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think Dolphins with Tua is a different Dolphins team. And they're at home, so I'm gonna trust in the Dolphins to pull this one out. It's not like I'm gonna pick against them anyway, so give me the Dolphins.
Every week he picks the
Oh yeah,
Dolphins.
I'm
And
2-4.
it is crazy how different this team is with
Yeah.
Tua and without Tua. Like how he plays such a huge role in this team. And that really like throws a nail in the tire of everybody who says Tua sucks. Like, okay, if Tua sucks so much, how are they good with Tua, suck without
Yeah, why
Tua?
is he an MVP candidate then?
Yeah, exactly. So this is not going to be the Dolphins team that we saw the past few weeks. Their offense is going to be rejuvenated, because when you have Tim Boyle throwing the ball, they're not going to respect Waddle. They're not going to respect Tyreek. They know their only option is to run the ball.
Why is he even
And
in
so
the
that
league?
run game gets shut down. Bro, you saw that? How he threw like 8 picks, 1 touchdown in all of his college?
I mean,
That gives me so much
he threw
hope.
more interceptions than touchdowns in every single year that he played football, even in college. How is he in the league?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me.
I would. They should cut him, sign you, honestly.
No, sign you.
I don't know. I got hands. I can't throw that good. You can throw good. But no, this Dolphins team is going to be so different. The Cardinals are going to have to respect the pass, which is going to open up the run for Devon Chain, who
Hey, Trey.
he was healthy. He was healthy last week,
Yep,
right?
he was all.
Yeah. So give me the Dolphins at home, baby.
Yep, there you had it.
If you want to make money, Dolphins minus 165. Boom.
If they lose this week, I'm gonna make a Dolphins anthem, just like the Colts guy.
This is our team.
We bleed
Dude.
aqua.
There's a song that they sing at church that's like that exact.
No, yeah.
It's like Phil Wickham
No,
or
no.
something. Yeah.
He did a parody to that song, a worship song.
Yeah, okay. I was like, this sounds really
Yeah.
familiar. I was like, this is our God. This is something he loves.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, next game. We got the Jets at Patriots. Patriots at home, and most people are rightfully so picking the Jets in this game. But watch out for the Patriots. I think Drake May is going to get better progressively as the season continues. But the Jets got to get a win here, man. They've been struggling to find a win. They went out and traded for Devontae Adams, added another weapon to pair up with Garrett Wilson. And Garrett Wilson, low-key, single-handedly gave the Steelers that game. I don't know if you saw the play where Aaron Rodgers threw to him, and he did not catch. He didn't catch it. He kind of just popped it up in the air, and it was intercepted, and it was almost a pick six. So that pretty much set up the Steelers for success. So either way, the Jets defense, especially their passing defense, has to step it up. They've not been playing well, so I would watch out for Drake May here. I think the Patriots are good enough to keep it close, but I'm going to go with the Jets here as they should be desperate here for a win. So give me the Jets on the road.
I don't know. It just kind of blows my mind, and I don't understand how a team can have so much talent but just be so bad. I mean, let's take off the name Jets.
Mhm.
I'm going to
Aubrey.
tell you about a team. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. Yeah, please, get rid of the Jets forever. I'm going to tell you about a team and tell me if they're good or not. All right? You got Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. You got Devontae Adams on one side, Garrett Wilson on the other, Brees Hall
Nice.
running the ball, Sauce Gardner.
Solid corner.
Who's the Williams on the
Williams.
line, right?
Quinn Williams. Yeah.
Yeah. You would, like, if I told you to guess their record, you would say, oh, they've got to be
Maybe
at
5-2.
least 5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that they're 2-5 Blows my mind.
Only the Jets.
Only the Jets. Only the Jets. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna pick them though. I mean, they gotta turn it around.
Right?
I don't want them to, but they have to. They're a ticking time bomb. Besides Drake May, I don't think that the Patriots really have that many weapons. They've always had kind of a decent defense, but I'm gonna take this one. Pick the Jets.
All right. Next game, we got Falcons at Bucks. This would be a good game if the Bucks were healthy. They're most likely going to be without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. They're going to be for sure without Chris Godwin. So I haven't seen an update on Mike Evans yet. Unfortunately, they both went down. They kept it close, low key, with the Ravens, but that was more like trash time kind of touchdowns. But yeah, Baker Mayfield, he is so on and off. Like, he's able to drive the ball down to the field and get to the red zone, but then when he gets to the red zones, he just throws picks. He threw a pick in the red zone, that might have cost them the game. I mean, I don't know. He has a tendency of turning it over, but there's just some weeks he just goes off. As for the Falcons, it's kind of like a similar situation. They got weeks where they go off, and then weeks where they just like, what happened? And like last week was just one of those weeks. Interesting statement by Kirk Cousins. He said, we come in your trap, we take your trap. He was playing at home, so I don't know what the context was with that.
Yeah. I'm not sure he fully understood what he was
might
saying.
have not, but they're on the road this week, so like you said, we in your trap, we take your trap. Give me Kirk Cousins and the Falcons over the Bucks.
Yes, sir. I'm also picking Kirk Cousins. Look, if the Bucks were healthy,
Again, we serve. Now watch me serve.
I have no idea what's going on.
You see him do that in the sideline? He's like, there was an interview. He goes, I really like that song when they're talking about the swagging and the surfing. And then at the end of the game against the Bucks, the first game, he goes up to the crowd and the song is playing, and it's just him like this, the swag.
Really?
And then the whole crowd is doing it. It's kind of sick.
That is awesome. That's iconic, honestly. I gotta watch that. But no, if the Bucks are healthy, then I would pick the Bucks. But you're not down one of your top two wide receivers. You're down. The thing with the Bucks receivers is it's a 1A and 1A. So you're down like two wide receiver ones. So I'm gonna have the Falcons coming into Tampa and wreaking havoc.
Taking their trap.
Taking their trap. Kirko Chains.
Moving on. Next game, you got the Packers of Green Bay at the Jaguars of Jacksonville. Interesting game. I think it's just a bad matchup for the Jags here. One thing we all know about the Jags this season, their pass defense has been poo-poo. But Tyson Campbell, his first game back since getting hurt week 1 was last week against the Patriots, and that definitely helped. So we'll see how much better they got with him in the lineup, but against a kind of hot team in the Packers and Jordan Love and all those young weapons he has, you don't know who he's going to throw the ball to. Even their tight end is going crazy. Even Josh Jacobs got a receiving touchdown, first time in his career. So the Packers, I think this is a favorable matchup for them. So I'm definitely going to go with the Packers here. Jags, I mean, this might be the week that Doug Peterson gets fired. I do not want to manifest that at all. So I just think it's a poor matchup for the Jags. So give me the Packers on the road.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about Doug Peterson being fired in case that one comes to pass
might
too.
Be 2 for 2.
Yeah, hopefully not. I like Doug Peterson. I like Trevor Lawrence, and it kind of sucks what's happening to them down in Jacksonville. Yeah. But this is really the week of blowouts.
What do you mean by that?
The Packers.
Yo.
Yeah. Why do you think I was late to the call?
But, who's getting blown out?
Oh, sorry. Shannon Sharp. Oh, yeah. Huh. Anyway. Yeah, so Packers are clearly the better team, have more raw talent, and Jacksonville is just struggling. They barely beat a struggling Patriots team in London. So give me the Packers.
Packers.
Give me the
Packers.
Packers. Go Pack, go.
I love that accent. All right, next game. You got the Colts at the Texans. Colts on and off team, was barely able to beat a Miami team without Tua and without Snoop Huntley. So they had to go play Tim Boyle, and that's what cost us the game. You can't convince me otherwise. Anthony Richardson, another poor performance by him. When is he going to turn around? Is he ever going to figure it out? We don't know. Will he ever learn not to challenge DBs? Will he ever learn to slide? We don't know. So,
Probably not.
another poor matchup. Their defense has not been the greatest. Texans offense, red hot. Joe Mixon's been going off this season. I know he missed a few games, but ever since coming back, he's been rushed for over 100 yards. C.J. Stroud, he's been pretty wise with the ball. And of course, they got weapons. Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell. He got options in Don Schultz as a safety blanket as well. Defense, pretty solid. Doing what they got to do to win games. They're sitting at 5-2. They're in a good position. They're at home. I don't see the Colts winning this one, so give me the Texans at home.
Nope. Texans at home, baby. I don't know. Thank God Anthony Richardson doesn't have to his head, because the way that he challenges DBs,
Yeah.
like, he would be toast.
Like-
he would be the clanging monk.
Yeah, like he's
And
big
his
and
head
all.
would be like the
Oh, like the monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't do that. Like, this isn't college anymore.
Yeah,
So I think he's just having a hard time adjusting from college.
probably.
But the Colts barely being able to beat the Dolphins last week really kind of shook my confidence in them. Like, I wasn't going to pick them against the Texans anyway, but this Texans team is very good. So many weapons on both sides of the ball. Not to mention they're also at home. So with this one, one sec.
Sleeping on the Colts?
Give me the Texans, baby.
Sleeping on the Colts?
Yeah, with this one, give me the Colts.
All right. Moving on. Next game. We got the Eagles and the Bengals. This is a pretty good matchup. Eagles, one thing we know about their team, their secondary is a little banged up. I think Darius Slay should be playing this week. Not too sure about that yet. Their secondary not playing all that great this season. Bengals, their strength is definitely throwing the football with Joe Burrow. Defense, same issue. Secondary is not all that great for the Bengals either. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot of passing going on this game. And if that's the case, I'm going to trust the team that has Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and Saquon Barkley. Don't get me wrong. The Bengals still have a great quarterback in Joe Burrow, and they got threats in Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. But, I mean, if I were to trust a run game, I would trust the run game of the Eagles more than the Bengals. And the Eagles' front sevens, I think, is probably better than the Bengals. So, for that case, I think the Eagles are the more consistent team. I'm going to go with them on the road here.
All right. Well, the Bengals definitely don't have a defense, which is why they're 3-4. That's the only thing that makes me nervous about this matchup, because I really, really, really want to pick the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Not only because I hate the Eagles and really think that Nick Sirianni, I just like watching him lose. So I'm kind of nervous picking the Bengals. I'm going to pick them anyway. I'm just going to go with my gut on this one. Either way, it's going to be crazy high offensive scoring game. Both high-powered offenses. It's just going to be who's going to make a mistake first. And Joe Burrow, I think, has been more smart with the football this season than Jalen Hurts. So for that reason, give me the Bengals.
That's some good reasoning. Yeah, I can see.
At home.
Yeah, I think it's a 50-50 matchup. Moving on. Next game. Saints at Chargers. Now, this is kind of a tough one to predict. I mean, the Saints, They're just banked up, man. I know they're gonna have Chris Olave back. They're supposed to anyways. We'll see. I know Shahidi's out for the season. We don't know when Derek Carr's gonna be back yet. But they got Spencer Rattler at the QB right now. I gotta trust the team that has Justin Herbert and the dog that is Jim Harbaugh. He brings the physicality out of his teams. I lost a close one last week. I know they're pissed off about that one. They'll probably bring it to this game. They're at home, so give me the home team of the Chargers.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Yeah, Saints got Olave back. I know Carr is still. There's a high probability that he's gonna miss this week too. They're also without Rashid Shithead, and that's where my mind goes every single time. And I don't want to pick this game. I feel like it kind of has a high probability of being a garbage bowl. I'm going to pick the Chargers, though. Just better coaching. Walmart. Yeah, Papa John's. We say it every single video. Better pizza, better something, Papa John's. So yeah, I'm gonna pick the Chargers on this one. Hello, everybody. If you're watching this, Matt has become deceased. An earthquake hit his apartment, and his last words were, "You have to finish the video." So from beyond the abyss, this one is for you, Matt. I will always love you and cherish the time we had. But, you can't be sad forever. So next up, we got Bills and Seahawks. Last week, Seahawks with an impressive win. However, even though they're playing at home, they have that 12th man advantage. They still have a solid offense, solid defense, all that stuff. The Bills have Josh Allen, Amari Cooper, a healthy James Cook, who scored his anytime touchdown, which we could have won money on if Eckler wasn't part of that parlay. But whatever. So I just think that the Bills are a better team. It's going to be a great game, honestly. The thing that worries me... wait, is he back? Is he back?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
He's back.
Thank God. Oh, man.
A little technical difficulties, but we back. Carry on.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna Romeo and Juliet it if you actually were gone. Yeah, bro.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. So where were we? Talking about Bills and Seahawks. The Seahawks have been playing so off and on that it makes me nervous to pick them even though they're at home. So I'm going to go with the safe bet. I'm going to go with Josh Allen. And I'm going to roll with the Bills.
All right. As for me, Bills, Seahawks, it's definitely going to be an interesting game. Seahawks were pretty impressive against the Falcons, whereas the Bills were also pretty impressive against the Titans in the second half. I don't know if the Bills would be able to afford a slow start in this game, which they've typically been doing so far this season. But I think they got the better quarterback on their side, the potential MVP candidate, and they have the better team. I want to say better team, but it's mostly because of the quarterback. So, anyways, give me the Bills on the road.
Bills.
Yeah, Bills Mafia. Now, with that being said, we'll move on to our next game. This is kind of a banger of a matchup, low-key. We got the Bears at Commanders. The number one and the number two pick playing against each other. So that would be a fun one. This matchup, the Bears coming off a bye, Commanders coming off a huge win over the Panthers. But Jane Daniels did get banged up, messed up his ribs. Should be good for this week, but doesn't matter. I'm actually going to take the Bears this week. I'm going to trust in their defense. I don't know. Commanders' defense have been playing pretty well, better than I thought they would. But I don't know, man. I think the Bears defense is gonna be able to slow down the Commanders, and I think the Bears will be able to put up some points. So give me the Bears on the road. I'm gonna trust the number one pick in this game.
Well, either way, Bears and Commanders fans are living in a euphoric world, seeing their teams that were horrible for so long finally both be good. So good for them. I obviously wish it wasn't the Commanders, but whatever. This is going to be a tight game. It's going to be a good game. It's going to come down to whose defense can get stops and whose offense is going to just mess up. I don't think it's going to be leaning one way or the other. I think it's going to be, they could have won if they didn't turn the ball over or give up that big play. So I think it's just going to be a winner decided by a mistake. And I'm going to go with the Commanders here. Caleb Williams has been getting better as the games have been going on, but he's not as consistent and as hot as Jaden Daniels. I will be curious, though, how Jaden Daniels progresses through practices this week. Like you said, he messed up his ribs, so...
He should be good to go for this week, though.
Yeah, but still, I'm sure he might be limited in some capacity. I know he runs the ball a lot, so maybe he'll be less mobile. But, actually, I don't know who to pick. I'm going to go with Commanders. Let's run it. Commanders.
All right, let's run it. All right. Next game, you got the Panthers, the disappointing Panthers at that, at the Broncos. Broncos... solid season so far, sitting at 4-3. That's a huge win for the Broncos if you're a Broncos fan. Panthers sitting at 1-6, something you did not want to see again if you were a Panthers fan. Man, what do you do if you're the Panthers, man? There's no way I'm going to pick them this game. Of course, I'm going to go with the Broncos. They're the ones that's been exceeding expectations, where the Panthers have been not. So they've been way disappointing. So, give me Bo Nix and the Broncos, man. Sean Payton-led team. Defense been pretty solid. Bo Nix was able to overthrow and underthrow a receiver at the same time. He's just that good. Give me the Broncos at home.
Oh, yeah. Mile High Club Broncos are a lock. This Panthers team, better luck next year. They're collecting number one draft picks like Thanos collecting Infinity Stones. Hopefully the one that they get this year will be the missing piece that will help them snap and forget that the past however many years happened. But they're sitting at plus 340. So if you want to make money, no, there's the Panthers. No, I've lost enough for this season. I'm gonna pick the Broncos here. Better team. And they're actually playing towards something. I think the Panthers just are totally defeated at this point.
All right. Speaking of money line, wait till you hear this. We got the Chiefs at Raiders. Raiders are even juicier. They're sitting at plus 400 at home.
I feel like that's not bad odds.
That is.
The Raiders could actually upset. No, the Raiders could actually upset.
I mean, sure. I mean, if they play like they did against the Ravens, potentially. Maybe. But I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to go with the undefeated Chiefs here, and they're a crazy good defense.
Yeah, that's probably... Since, if this was a couple weeks ago when I had my nice, comfortable lead over you, then I would have picked the Raiders for fun. But now that you're drastically outperforming me, and my lead is one game or whatever, I'm going to pick the Chiefs too. But just for fun, I don't know. I might put some money on the Raiders.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
The Chiefs have to lose a game. The Chiefs have to lose a game.
Oh my god.
And it's a division game. A team always will drop a division game, and you're like, how did they lose to the Raiders? So we'll see.
If the Raiders end up winning, I'll applaud you, but I think that's a 1 in 15 chance of happening. So I guess we'll see.
We will see.
All right. Sunday night football. We got Cowboys
Sunday
and
night.
Niners. Low-key banger of a game. 49ers are beating up. Ayuk out for the season. Debo, he's ill and currently in the hospital, so we'll see how he does. Prayers for him. Hopefully he's doing all right. Surprisingly, their healthiest receiver it is the guy that's recovering from getting shot in the chest 2 months ago. So
Dog.
that's just to go to show what they're going through right now. Chris McCaffrey's still not there. Brock Purdy's played pretty bad against the Chiefs defense, man. But they're pretty good defense. But they're playing a Cowboys team. The Cowboys has been struggling so far this season. They've been unable to stop the run, so Jordan Mason should be going off for a big game here potentially. Yeah, you gotta figure out they're gonna turn it around sometime. I mean, they're coming off a bye week, so if they're ever gonna turn around, it'd be this week. And I'm low key gonna depend on that, as I'm gonna pick the Cowboys on the road here. They usually do horrible against big games, so I'm going against the statistics. So give me the Cowboys. I'm gonna trust in Dak and CD, and hopefully they can get the run game going, and hopefully they can stop Jordan Mason. I know the 49ers team is banged up, so if there was a team that they were able to beat, that was pretty big. It'll probably be this week. So give me the Cowboys on the road.
I want to pick San Fran, but there's no way with how banged up that they are.
Wow. Don't tell me you're picking the Cowboys.
I don't want to, and I might take another shower after this video just to cleanse myself from the disgustingness. But again, I want to win, guys, okay? Mm-hmm. And this San Fran, again, just like the Bucs, is without their two top receivers. Possibly. Definitely without Ayuk. Maybe without Debo. And this is just a horrible year for San Fran. Hopefully they can either turn it around this year or next. But I think the safer pick right here is the Cowboys because they still have their pieces. Nobody is, out and hurt. They just have been sucking. They just suck. And Jerry Jones is senile. That had nothing to do with it. I just like reminding people that.
He is, man. Every Cowboys fan hate him for not signing Derrick Henry.
Yeah. And then he's like, well, if I had signed Derrick Henry, he wouldn't be having a career year here. And I'm like, wow, you did him such a favor. Bro, drink some Ensure and sit down and watch Wheel of Fortune. Don't run the Cowboys. You're running them into the ground.
Give them to us.
Yeah. So Cowboys, baby. Hate it, but
shocked the world there with that pick.
Oh yeah.
Shocked me, anyways.
Yeah?
Moving on.
Hey yo.
Last game. Chill. Alright. Last game of the week, we got Giants at Steelers. Steelers, they're on fire with a little 2-quarterback system they got here. Russell Wilson went off against the Jets. So did George Pickens. Again, surprise move. They benched Justin Fields, but it kind of worked out for the Jets at least in the Jets game. So Steelers sitting at 5-2, and Mike Tomlin, like he said, that's why they pay him the big bucks. Disappointing loss for the Giants at home against the Eagles, man. Not something you want to see. Neighbors is starting to get fed up. He's saying he's open, and Daniel Jones is just not giving him the ball. Their run game, I mean, they did go against a tough Eagles front seven, so I'm not gonna blame them there for the run game. But hey, Daniel Jones, man, come on, man, you got to try to save your job, man. But come on, clearly the Steelers, they're the better team here. I think they got the better offense and the better defense. So for that reason, I'm gonna pick the Giants on the road. I picked them in almost in a ton of games so far. So why would I stop? So give me the Giants on the road. I'm 2-5 in those picks, so I should just keep on going. So yeah, give me the Giants.
This is probably my favorite bit that we have. That every single week you pick the Giants, you pick the Dolphins. I love it. You believe where I don't. Look, we
Delusion.
all, huh?
It's delusion.
Hey, I wish that I had that too. I think we all owe Malik Neighbors an apology that he has to waste his rookie year on this Giants team, because honestly, watching this Giants team makes me want to just stop being alive. And I just cannot find any good highlights, any good thing that's happened this year besides the joy of we got Malik Neighbors, and I'm sorry, Malik. So hopefully, I don't even know. The Giants have broken me. My mind is broken. I can't commentate on them. I can't think about them. I have absolutely
No thoughts.
I mean, thanks Joe Shoden for paying Daniel Jones $160 million for a 4-year contract and letting Saquon walk, and then Saquon comes back and drops 176. Yeah, and then
The best safety in the league so far.
and then Saquon comes back and drops 176 yards on them.
Yeah.
So good job. Honestly, just burn the whole institution down. Like, I'm picking the
Might as
Steelers.
well.
I'm picking the Steelers
Alright.
if you, yeah. Steelers.
I mean, if I were to give you hope, I mean, your front seven should be pretty good, man. You got Brian Burns, you got Leonard Williams, and you got Sexy
I know.
Dexy. So
I know we're
Steelers' whole line is
wasting.
young,
We're
too.
wasting it. That's the worst part. We're wasting Malik Neighbors. We're wasting Thibodeau. We're
Thibodeau,
wasting
yeah, Thibodeau too.
our whole. Yeah, we have a good defense. We're wasting everything.
I will say it will be a low-scoring game, and I'm just gonna rely on that D line to overwhelm whoever's at quarterback for Pittsburgh. So, yeah, there you have it. Those are our Week 8 picks, and as you can tell, me and Dan are filled with hope with our picks this week. So
Big
you should be
time.
too. With that, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll catch you guys next time. All right? Yeah, you got any last words, Dan?
Please win, Giants.
Please win. Same with the Dolphins. But, yeah, we'll catch you guys next week. Later. Peace.
See ya.